Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Charles and this is episode 18 of our Let's Play series on the memory. As you can see, I am picking up hay right now. It is November and I have mowed all of my grass fields. Being November, I think this is probably, they were all ready to harvest and everything, of course, so they weren't all in their final stage of ready to harvest, but I figured November is pretty much one of my last opportunities to mow anything before it kind of goes dormant for winter. And so this will be the last cut we get off of it. I have turned this field into hay. I have turned the field next to it into hay. Now, something you can see is next to us here, there's that brown strip, you know, where it always gives me the, or, you know, when I was cutting the trees and stuff, it would give me the message that, you know, that I didn't own the land and all that kind of stuff. And I could swear that after I cut those trees down and flattened it and all that, I cultivated that up and created field out of it, and yet here in the winter, the grass that's on, you know, and I think I seeded grass on it, and here we are getting into, I guess, late fall. November would be, and you know, that grass is brown like the stuff around the periphery here, so maybe I didn't sow grass into that, but I sure thought I did. Now, you may look up in the corner and notice that our money is looking downright anemic. Barely enough in there to buy some fertilizer and some seed. Although it's going to be a little while before I need either one of those. Let's see, get around that corner there. Yeah, it's down that far. If you remember from the last episode, we had about $33,000, a little over, and we had that in the last time. And I got on here and I was doing the mowing and the tedding and windrowing and everything. And I noticed that both of my tractors were getting down on maintenance, so I had to stop and get some maintenance done on those. And just this tractor alone was a little over $15,000, I think, so that took a big chunk of what I had left. And the other tractor, you know, I was thinking, oh my gosh, you know, that one's going to be, you know, that one's going to be another, you know, maybe that one will be another $15,000. It's going to take the last of a little bit. It's going to leave me with almost nothing. Luckily, it only took about $8,000 to repair that, so yay. Okay. Try not to run this into the creek there. I still have not put that fence up here that I talked about. I should, because I used a few workers and everything, and boy, did it make me nervous watching them get close to that. Actually, on the very end of this field, the end that we're headed for, right at the beginning, I saw the worker that was in this tractor pulling the mower dip the front of this tractor into the creek on that end. So they got it in, and then they, you know, it wasn't all the way in and stuff, and so they backed it out. And then proceeded to miss just this little corner of grass down here, but, you know, I had already moved on with the mower by the time I really noticed that, so it wasn't worth coming back for. So yeah, this is a slow process anyway. I am going to I'm going to continue with this. Of course, the hay is one of the ingredients for our animal feed in our production over there on the farm, and it will hold a maximum of 150,000 liters. So, this new forage wagon that I have is, has a nice big capacity on it, so we should be able to get both of these fields really into this. So I'm hoping that off of just these two, we'll get enough to fill our production. Any hay that we have left over, if it's in a fairly substantial amount anyway, then I'm probably just going to sell that. Take a chance to get just a little bit of money back into the account. And the same thing really with that small field over there. I've gotten that one mowed, but I did not ted that. I think I'm going to get all the hay that I need probably from these two fields. Maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, if it doesn't reach quite 150,000, then that's fine too. I'll just leave that. Means we won't be selling any hay. However, we also have a limit of 150,000 on the silage in that production. And currently in our fermenter, we have something like, we have over 300,000 liters of that in the fermenter, and so we can take loads and fill. We can take loads and fill the production, and then maybe think about selling a trailer load or two of that, just to get a little bit more money back in. I've also got those two small fields down. Well, how to describe the location of that? That's, I own those two fields. Turned too soon. Have to go back and get these little bits that I keep turning too soon and missing. The road where I usually turn when I'm on my way to the shop. I own the two fields to the right of that road, and the first one, that we owned that because we had what was that? Was it green beans or peas? I can't remember what exactly was in that. I can't tell if that's just bare dirt there. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put this in a time lapse just to finish the rest of this. Maybe get some in the other field. I'll do a little bit of time lapse and a little bit of a jump cut, so I won't make you watch all of it and everything. And then we'll go and get this put into our production and move on to the next thing. What? Okay, as you can see, Giants, you have a lot more work to do on the workers. You improved them, but sometimes same old workers. Okay. Okay, if you guys could just stay in the field. Had already done 2 headlands, and suddenly it ends up in a tree on the other side of the road? Wow. Okay. Anyway, I think I'm gonna have to keep a little bit closer eye on this guy. Oh, where's it going? It's probably gonna hit my tractor, the other one that I was in there. Oh. Oh, it thinks it has to start over. Okay, well, I'm going to take a minute to finish this and get this straightened out, and I'll be back with you when I can hopefully say goodbye to these workers. Okay, we currently have 99,968 liters of hay in the forage wagon here. This is not all of the hay. I have taken the worker off of 2 more trees in the meantime since you saw them last. And they are currently in the field and going around in places where I've already picked the hay up and things like that, and so yeah, I'm just going to leave them to it. I have no idea what they're doing, but I assume at some point today they will get done, so I am going to leave them on their merry way. We are going to let's see, take that off right there. Grab our trailer. And we're gonna run over. I can never remember how much this trailer actually holds, because I just come here and I fill it up. We don't want grass or hay, we want silage. Yeah, we've got 337,738 liters in here. $18,500 liters total for the trailer. Where do I have the tip side on this? It's left. Let's change that to... Oh, don't keep rolling. Tip side to the right. Yeah, it's making a little bit of a tight squeeze putting the with the milk for the goats there. Okay, so it's going to take, I guess, a few. Yeah, and then this grass field there that was ahead of us, our small grass field, we'll go ahead and I'm going to take that off just as grass, and then I'll go ahead and put that in our fermenter to make some more silage. So this is November, of course, and in next month we will. I am trying to keep close watch on it because like I say, I have a tendency to put things in my silo and forget about them. But December is, I believe, the best price for oats and wheat, so we'll be able to sell all of that. And that'll be a little bit more money coming in. And then when we hit January, that will January is going to be a pretty big month. That'll be when we sell our lettuce and spring onions, and what else is there's something else I can't remember. I think it's something I have in the silo. That's also January. I know the soybeans aren't until spring sometime. Okay. And I think maybe I don't know. Maybe this will be the last load that I put in there for now. I don't know. I'll put this in, and then I'll see how close I've gotten. I didn't look beforehand and see how much was already in there. Okay, so we've gotten it up to 118,620 right now. I do have the production paused right now. Once I get it filled with silage and hay, I'll probably go ahead and start that going again. But I do have some of that. I do have some of the animal feed in my silo as well. Let's see. Oh. There is one thing that I do need to sell today, and it is the eggs. As you can see, we have 4 full pallets over here and one that's half full, I guess. Yeah, it appears to be the way that it's situated. And if you will look at this, you will see that our let's see, they got food. Yeah. So they're still taking it out of this box there. But this chicken pasture will hold 487, and we currently have 487. So this is full. So I may want to think about maybe putting down another chicken pen somewhere. I don't know exactly where I'm going to put it. The bees have made 1 full pallet of honey finally. Took a while, but got 1 full. 1 full pallet, 1,000 liters, and started on another one. And we've got a little bit of lettuce over here, and the spring onion, and you'll see that somehow it was a bit of a disaster, but I finally got it straightened out. I got the trailer loaded with everything that I had pushed to the side and everything that was in the trigger last month, and you can see how much has spawned since then. And it's not until it's 2 months, January, I think it is, that we sell the lettuce. So we've already got one really overstacked load. I normally only go 3 high on there, but on most of the rows I've gone 4. Uh, and so maybe next month all of these might have to be put to the side to make room for more to spawn. And then in January we'll be loading all that up and getting it out of here. But since my tractor is down there with that worker and who knows what they are doing, I am going to kind of do something I don't do a whole lot on here. I am going to turn on my super strength, I think, anyway, or did I turn it off? Yeah, there it is. I'm going to pick these up because the only thing, since the trailer is full, the only thing I have to carry these in is the truck here. So we'll try to... Okay, I got one in. It's almost as hard maneuvering this way as it is with the front loader. So I'm not real great at either one of them. So let's see, let me get there and I'll straighten that out a little bit since I had it at a bit of an angle to start with. Oh yeah, I can see this is going to be fun. Okay, we'll get that all the way over to the side there. It's going to be a little bit top heavy, especially if I'm going to get all... Well, I guess, I mean, if I can get them in, then maybe I'll just go ahead and take all hitting the house there. I'll take all 5 pallets. I know I only have 4 full ones, but we'll go ahead and take that partial too, because the eggs are a good price this month. So, and this is the first time we've... Is it the first time? I think it's the first time we've sold eggs. Okay, just don't fall off. I'll be back to put a strap on you later. Okay, and that gets our trigger there cleared, and oh, no, over too far. There we go. Gets our trigger clear so they can start filling that again. Probably be another year or so before we... Okay, hurry in here and put the strap across. Okay, now let me get in here and let's find let's see. Is it up in the... There it is. I just missed it. There we are. And yep, best in November. Let's see, where is our best place to sell? 4100, 42, 42, 4256, the warehouse. Okay, we're going to tag that. And then we'll try and find where that is. I'm assuming... Well, maybe I don't know where that is. Okay, well, it's the oil mill, soup factory, cereal, spinnery, tailor shop, grain mill, Bakery. Okay, it's not any of that. No, I don't want that. Yeah, that's the shop, so it's not anything in there. That's potatoes, preserved food. Livestock, livestock. No. Well? Oh. I just didn't go far enough down on the map. Okay, wow. Okay, that's gonna... We haven't been down there in quite a while. So... Whew. Okay, finding the way to get down to that. Gonna be a bit of a trick. Okay, I think we're gonna need at least that. Have to remember that I've got a lot of weight high on the back of this, so I can't really rip along here at the full speed this truck will go. Okay, well, it appears to be windrowing somewhat anyway. Maybe it finally got to a spot that it recognized. Okay, I know I have to go down this road past where I turn. Yeah, I have to say, you know, I mean these directional things telling you how far it is and stuff are a, you know, a good addition, but I do kind of still miss the green light to space. It gave me a very clear reference of exactly where to, you know, because this tells me where the physical direction of it is, but it doesn't tell me like if there's you know, if there are turns off of the road and stuff, it doesn't tell me which one to take or anything. So I kind of have to find all those on my own. Okay, this seems to be taking us in the general direction anyway. Well, the thing is telling me to go off to the left, go over the bridge, and now I can, I guess. Yeah, I vaguely remember seeing the warehouse when we were taking that tour during the winter back here. Okay, there has to be a road. Or this road leads to it, maybe? What is it? Is it up here? I mean, is that the trigger right there, I guess? Or not? Or do I have to go down there and press that? Let's see. No, I don't want to buy. That's the pallet shop. Okay. What is this over here? It's, I don't know. Maybe that is where I need to go, and the warehouse is just this entire complex, I guess. I'll figure this out eventually. Normally we go to the, what is it, the Sunflower Cafe and sell stuff, so my first time being down here for any selling. Okay. There we go. Well, there's a good $20,368 back in. So we can afford to buy a little bit more seed and fertilizer. But at least I know that all those, let's see, does this keep, I just keep going this way, right? Whoop. Just because I don't have the eggs on, I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit here. Trying to speed through some of these curves. But it is a long way back up to our place. Yeah, the fields that I was talking about was this field and that other field there, and we do have two trees between them, and I am going to remove those trees. So, you know, I may do that in the next episode. Remove those trees, and that'll be a little bit more income in December, along with those crops that we sell. Well, I don't know. The worker may be done, or they may have just hit another tree up there. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna get the truck back. Oh, and also something that I noticed too that I'll show you. I know when I got on here there was an update that I had to wait for. And you know, a bunch of things updated. And this, if you will remember, our chipper never had a pipe on it before, and suddenly it does. And so it's added it, I guess, in the update and everything. And now I'm a little bit I'm wondering a little bit if, when I come and put it on the tractor, if it's gonna hit the ceiling, because it wasn't on, that pipe wasn't on there when I put this in the shed. So I don't know. It'll be fun to find out. But anyway, I'm gonna go back over and grab my other tractor and make sure that they are done. I'm gonna do finish all the hay and grass work. And I think that's all I'm going to do today. If you could go down and help me out and hit the buttons below, the like, the subscribe, and the notification bell. And by all means, leave me a comment. Let me know how all of you are doing and what fun you're having playing right now. And I will see you in the next episode in December. Bye for now.